think the presentations have been fantastic. It shows how sort of knowledgeable all the participants, all the delegates are in their respective field, and providing that knowledge to all the attendants here today. Again, I mean, you have experts in their field presenting sort of the challenges and also the benefits of investing in Vietnam. For first-time investors, they need to know sort of the lay of the land, okay? And you have experts who are willing to share their decades of experience, right? So it's basically learning from people who have gone before, learning from their mistakes, and obviously learning from their successes. If it is, you learn from the best. You learn from people who've been here, who have the international experience, who've grown up in the U.S., who've done business all over the world, but they've chosen Vietnam as their second home.
It's very interesting, and for me, my first time here in Ho Chi Minh City and attending this conference, so there's a lot to learn about Vietnam. From these 2 days, the conference. So well, I'm very glad to be here. Very happy, and I find that the city is very interesting just from walking around. So I'm going to stay back a bit more to explore a little bit more of this great city of Ho Chi Minh City. There is tons of potential here. It is a developing nation, and definitely for the investors, the consultants, contractors, developers, there's a lot to explore. And definitely Vietnam is going to grow and at a very, very fast rate. Also, it's going to become one of the tigers in Asia, Southeast Asia, especially. It's just tons of benefit, but off my head, what I can think of is besides sharing information and getting more information from conferences like this, you can actually explore more into developing your own business. So I think that's that's one of the key things that you be able to gain from a conference like this.
It was very insightful that the planning is all very comprehensively in place, and the projects are really there for the taking. People have to actually pick it up. That's the essence of what I learned today. In regard to investing, we, as you know, I'm a designer, so we are observing this and really are waiting for developers to take on the challenge to then see if we can turn that into a business for ourselves. And what I've tried to do is, because the people that were here today obviously were all sorts, probably in the finance sector, in the legal sector, in the developer sector, and even builders are spoken to today. So for us, it's the key to show them what we can, what our contribution can be in the overall process. But we can only start doing that when that project has been picked up, as I said. What I'm very impressed about is how comprehensive it is. All the aspects, in this case it was the Vietnam Infrastructure Conference, but all the aspects of infrastructure were past the review, down to the legal aspects of investing. Of course, the government officials clearly endorsing what you are trying to promote and what you're organizing. And in that respect, I cannot fault you on elements that I thought were missing. Obviously, from my own perspective, I'm gearing more towards the implementation, or construction, and our role as designers in that. But it is the start of that process, as you said yourself. The head start and how we tail ending a little bit at this stage. But I have the feeling that for ourselves, the purpose really was to show what we do and what we can, and for people, absolutely, and in a way, we are looking at potentially setting up business here ourselves. At the moment, we're still overseas in Australia, in China, and in the Middle East. But this seems to be a market where there's a hole for us, and in that respect, we will be business developing ourselves here. So it's very interesting.